Yeah, you can give it a crack if you want.
Oh, it's kicking. Oh, wow. Have I lost it? I am trying my best to bring in a shark. I never thought I would say those words. Oh, it's got a bit of fight in it.
Yeah,
This should be a juvenile bull shark, which is big enough to bite me.
Nico Lubitz is a shark scientist. We're 10 kilometres up the Horton River in Queensland on a mission to study, of all the things, baby bull sharks.
This is the nursery, so all the babies live here for the first 3 or 4 years of their life, and then they'll slowly start moving out to the open ocean.
And is that normal for sharks to be able to go from salt to fresh?
For bull sharks it is.
So
Most other shark species can't do that.
There's a special shark.
Yeah, they're especially adapted for this kind of environment.
The colours are phenomenal.
Yeah, they're beautiful, aren't they? OK, so I will try and get down there in the mud, which is obviously, if you could just croc spot me.
We're catching them to gather important biological data that will help tell their life story.
Oh my goodness.
Right now, we just want to make it quick. All right, if you
Can I
want
hold?
to put one hand here.
Yep, you're all right, little one. She's powerful. I can feel her power straight away.
Oh, settle down.
You can tell I'm not a...
Oh, that's fine. They don't really bite like that. Well, they do, but in a moment like this, they're less likely to actually.
Why are you tagging babies?
I'm actually collecting genetic samples from the babies to look at relationships within river systems. So we can actually relate them back to the big adults we're tracking off the coast and see where the females go to pup.
Do you have any suspicions about where they go?
I do.
Whoop.
That's all right.
Live a big, long life.
Yeah, she'll hopefully be back here and have her own babies in about 10, 15 years' time.
I'm physically shaking. And it's not from fear. I think it's just the adrenaline of what just happened. I don't know, but I can feel it going through my body. It's like I've had many, many soft drinks.
Stuck. Chaotic?
Chaotic, but it feels both soft.
Oh, there's another rot going.
As a nature journalist, I spend a lot of my time observing wildlife from behind my binoculars. But not this time.
That's the head.
It's huge.
In this series, I'm getting up close and personal,
Oh my God.
no matter how deadly the animal.
Brilliant. That's fantastic.
And it's not just for fun.
Seeing animals like this is absolutely incredible.
I'll be joining scientists on location as they try to gain a deeper understanding of animals we all think we know.
So adorable.
And this time, it's sharks.
Oh my God! What?
Bull sharks. They're known to be aggressive and deadly.
Look at the bull shark! Are you kidding me?
But bold new attempts to track them are revealing there may be a whole lot more to them than their bite. I'm Dr. Anne Jones, and things are about to get wild. To help me understand the secret lives of bull sharks, Nico has invited me to join him on a trip to Ghoul Body, or Orpheus Island, on the Great Barrier Reef. The underwater ecosystem here is super fertile, making it the perfect place for adult bull sharks to live and hunt after they leave the protection of river systems. Look at this place, eh? It's like a stereotypical island paradise. All I'm missing are the palm trees. And it's giving like science meets White Lotus, you know, where you think you're in paradise, but there's danger beneath the surface. And here, that's the sharks. And I am hoping to meet them face to face, look them in the eye, but it's not going to happen today because I need to go get settled in. The accommodation turns out to be a bit more science school camp than White Lotus. All right. This is home for the next week or so. Top or bottom? Not bad. There's no downtime for me, though. Because I've got to meet a team of shark experts and researchers who, along with Nico, want to give me the lowdown on what I've got myself into.
So this is going to be the plan. We have 5 days to catch an adult bull shark. And there's a couple of spots I have in mind where we've had really good luck in the past. One of them is Hazard Bay. There's 2 big drop-offs there, and we get really big animals patrolling the edges because it goes from a coral flat into sort of like a sponge bed.
Bull sharks are incredibly hard to observe in the wild. So, to study them, you have to catch them.
So we're using big hooks and big baits.
That's you.
You can see that hook there. We catch sharks that snap these in half.
Yep.
Some sharks out there are just too big to catch, so.
All right, so what happens if we do get one?
I will be controlling the head, so I'll be pulling on the rope, and I'll be getting the shark next to the boat, and that's where the rest of the team will come in. So we have a tail rope, it's like a lasso almost. We'll tie it off, and then we can flip it belly up. They sort of go into like a little sleep state. It's called Tonic Immobility. So that it helps.
Me too. We need to get hands-on so Nico can perform surgery to insert a tracker that will map their movements.
This is one of the tracking devices that will go into the shark. This will give us data for at least 10 years. I make the tiniest little incision just so it fits this tag into the cavity of the shark.
So far, Nico and the team are tracking 708 individual sharks from 27 species. So you say there's a bit of chance, like, is it going to be hard to find sharks?
Not for us.
We've got the gun team on the job.
So they say that shark research is basically 95% boredom and 5% absolute chaos.
Holy moly. This is going to be amazing. The smell of fish bait has me up early to find shark wrangler Megan and the rest of the crew loading up the boat. Morning!
Good morning. How are you?
Good. I'm excited. What can I do to help?
Do you want to roll up this tape?
Right.
We've got the tags, the most important part.
How are we looking? Ready to go?
Yeah, all nice. So that's water.
Data sheets, bolt cutters.
Do we need the bolt cutters?
We do.
Yes, we'll need those ones.
That's how we free the sharks again.
With everything on board, we've got a 20-minute commute out to our fishing grounds.
Oh, I love it here. I'm going to be sad to go home.
So we're off to put out drum lines, which are sort of like rod, but for big sharks. We're going to set 6 baited drum lines about 150 metres apart. Each one has a tasty mullet attached to the white float. And if we get a bite, we should see it get pulled under. But just in case, we check them every 10 minutes. Bull sharks leave their river nurseries around the age of 5 when they're 1.4 metres long. But the adults we're trying to find could be as big as 4 metres.
Oh, yeah.
Something is nibbling.
Suddenly, a float completely submerges and it's action stations. And it's time for me to get out of the way of the professionals.
Tiger. We got a tiger!
Woo!
Big tiger!
Megan is. Oh.
It looks big to me.
Oh my God. It might not be a bull shark, but tiger sharks are another key predatory species. They can reach 5 metres in length and weigh up to 600 kilograms, making them nearly as big as great whites and almost as dangerous. So definitely still worth studying.
She's beautiful.
Hey?
She's so beautiful.
I want to assess where the hook sits.
This process is uncomfortable to witness, but Nico tells me that tiger sharks are resilient animals.
You're trying to get her into position so that we can then jump in
Yeah.
and grab any sort of fin in.
Yep. Are you ready?
Oh,
Yep,
that's your tail. All right, beautiful.
Isn't she gorgeous?
Look at the marking.
When they're really young, it's way more distinct, and as they grow up, they lose that very distinct
There's like
stripes.
little colourful.
This one will have to flip her away from us.
The team must work as quickly as possible.
She's gone.
And to reduce stress, they turn the shark upside down to put it into a sleep-like state.
And now hold her in tonic, because then she'll go to sleep.
Did you just pat her belly? Oh my God, Nico.
I love doing that.
So this is a tiger shark, Nico?
Yes, this is a tiger shark. Not what we're after, but still a really cool animal.
While it's thought that bull sharks travel up rivers to pup, nothing is known about how tiger sharks give birth. So the team collects samples that may help with these scientific mysteries. And she gets ID'd.
So I'll show you, it looks kind of like a spaghetti. We always call them spaghetti tags. So that's our number 1975, and it's got our phone number on it. And so someone can give us a ring if they manage to get this thing in. Sometimes we name our sharks, so we're thinking maybe we can name this one Anne.
I mean, a feisty tiger. That does sound like me, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Then this one's Anne. All right, let's give her the external. That's all good.
Wow.
Loves it. If you want to give her a pet, see how smooth she is in this direction?
You just don't want to go the other direction.
Yeah, if you go the other, it's really rough.
So in one direction, she feels almost reptilian, but in the other direction, she feels like the coarsest sandpaper there is.
Yeah, she's awesome. Really cool animal.
After a moderately frenzied 10 minutes,
3, 2, 1.
it's time to release Anne, the shark, not me. That was the first time I felt that real punch of fear, and I got a really good look at her teeth, the teeth they use for shredding, those ones, yeah. It's only through the skill of these scientists that they were able to keep her still enough to plant the tags, to get the samples, to do their job. We spend another 4 hours on the water, and while we catch everything from a scalloped hammerhead to a tawny nurse shark,
Just watch she's swimming towards it.
there's still no sign of a bull shark, so tomorrow it's back out on the water. None of the work the team are doing here would be possible without newly affordable technology. And this morning, Bridget and Shana want to show me its possibilities. When they're not helping to catch bull sharks, they're studying their cousins, juvenile stingrays and reef sharks.
A lot of the data that we have on these species uses acoustic tags and satellite tracking, which is really great for telling us big, large-scale movements, but it means that you've got to actually tag those animals and you've got to capture them. So another way to collect a whole lot of data at a really fine scale is to use drones. Ray flicks, I like to call them.
Ray flicks?
Yeah.
Ooh, wee! Oh, that's so cool. It's like a flying bath mat.
And so what's really cool about this is we can, for my research, I want to see when they're feeding and how long they're feeding for, which if you're tagging them, you don't get to see that. You can see where they're moving and when, but this allows you to see exactly when they're feeding. So this guy here's a cowtail. So they come along and they kind of hover over the surface and they use their sensors to kind of find out where their prey is, almost like a metal detector. All those little critters that they're wanting to eat, they go in the mouth.
Oh, that is so cool.
So these rays are actually really important in nutrient cycling because of the way that they feed.
So they're ecosystem engineers.
Absolutely.
Ray flicks is compelling viewing, but given I'm right here, I want to see them with my own eyes. They said they were just here. Looks like one of those stealth aircrafts, because black and flat. I'm edging up on it sideways as if I'm going to have to, like, yeah, or something. Hello. Oh, it's like, wow, they go really fast. Got scent of me or something and went, poof. That is wild. I'm back out at the worryingly named Hazard Bay so that Nico can retrieve a part of his research toolkit.
Yeah, roger that, thank you. We are 300 metres away and be in the water soon.
It's a receiver that's been recording the acoustic pings of bull sharks cruising by.
Pretty close to it. We're about 9 metres off. And the float that we put in the water is about 9 metres off too, so we should be pretty much on top of it.
Rightio. And the scary bit is we have to collect this device by hand.
Jump in, dive down, retrieve it, come back up, job done.
You make it sound easy.
It sometimes is.
All right, well, here's hoping today's the day.
Yes. All right.
We got this. Conditions are, frankly, very sharky with milky low visibility. And I have never felt more like a seal. Then, just as my nerves run out,
Got it.
oh my God! There's a network of over 400 of these listening stations along the east coast, and it's revealing some curious behaviour in the 79 bull sharks that they're following. Nico has discovered they utilise their environment and resources in two different ways.
So what we've got here is two individuals that we've tagged roughly 3.5 years ago. And this first one here is a large female. She's been what I would call a mover.
Oh wow, look at her go!
Only about 6 months after we tagged her, she was in Sydney, where she spent the summertime. And then when the water started getting colder again, she just sprinted back up the coast and ended up back here.
She basically hugs the east coast of Australia, going back up and down and up and down. So some bull sharks travel thousands of kilometres, but there are others that are way less adventurous.
For the last 3.5 years, all she's been doing has been moving between Townsville, Magnetic Island, the Palm Islands, Hinchinbrook and Mission Beach.
Oh wow, she's really local. To try and understand the reason why some sharks migrate and some stay put, Nico looked at the genetic samples taken from ocean-going adults and the babies upriver.
So we can actually genetically link them. And so far it appears that animals that are born in Queensland and pup in Queensland, or northern Queensland I should say, in the tropics here, that they are less mobile than animals that are born or originate from like central northern New South Wales, southern Queensland, where there's more climate variation or more temperature variation over the year, so summer versus winter.
It seems that southern-born bull sharks travel north when the winter water temperatures drop below 19 degrees. It surprises me sort of how I can equate this to some human behaviour, because there's the grey nomads, right?
Oh yeah, they are.
That like live in the southern parts of Australia, perhaps reproduce in the southern parts of Australia, but every single winter they want to come up to the north to eat lots of bananas and pineapples and whatnot.
Fair enough, they want to get a piece of paradise.
They want to get a piece of paradise, but then there's people who are born, raised up here, never leave, never want to leave. They're going to fish here for the rest of their goddamn life. understanding how bull sharks use our coastal waters can help us avoid run-ins with their toothy ends. What sort of other things can these tracking devices actually tell you?
So they can tell us residency times. When are they more likely to occur around beaches or other places that people use? What are areas that maybe should be avoided at certain times of the year in terms of swimming, because there's more bull shark activity than at other times of the year?
And this kind of knowledge is increasingly important as climate change warms the oceans. So their thermal tolerance, as it's getting warmer and warmer further south, they're going further south.
Yeah, so they can potentially in the future explore new territories that they haven't in the past. For example, we know that the Hawkesbury River just north of Sydney never really used to have any juvenile bull sharks in it, but more and more we see that there's juvenile bull sharks popping up in that river system. So females actually go into the river and start pupping in there.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why they're of interest, right? Because they like to use the same habitat that we like to use.
Yeah.
And that means that we come into contact with each other. And sometimes that ends poorly for humans, and sometimes that ends poorly for sharks. So, acoustic trackers are proving to be a vital tool in both shark conservation and keeping us safe, which is why we're hoping to tag more bull sharks. If we ever catch one. Suddenly, we're on.
Getting really wet.
Oh my goodness.
Holy moly! That's a big bull shark.
Sorry. Oh my god. My face just flashed a little bit.
She's pretty angry.
Yep, she's not happy.
I think she's going to be a bit of a handful.
Yep. Ready? Be ready right there, right there. Go, go.
Get it on. That's going to be your only chance. Get it on.
No, I haven't got it.
Quick.
Come on. Yeah, let's get around this corner.
Come on.
Hold tight. Yeah, go.
Tight.
Yeah, go.
Nice. Well done.
Okay, I'm gonna roll her this way. Okay.
A blunt snout and white underbelly are a dead giveaway as the team flip this 200 kilograms of pure muscle.
Yep.
It's going to be a heavy one.
I know, so please go fast.
Yep.
That's all I ask.
Scalpel?
Yep.
We have caught a huge female bull shark, and it seems like she might be pregnant. She looks absolutely bulbous from this angle, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. And she feels.
You're going to be a mum soon.
Probably not for the first time. Do you mind holding that for a second?
If she is expecting, that would make her at least 15 years old and ideal to track.
Right, making the incision.
So Nico gets to work performing surgery to insert the acoustic transmitter.
I'm already through. It's just not quite large enough. Yep, through. Tag. Right. 51416. All right. Tag's going in. Beautiful.
It's like super emotional to see the shark, but not for the reason you think it is. Like you would think you would be scared, but actually she looks so helpless right now. It makes me tear up.
Yep. Okay, let go. Pull out. Yep. Nice. Yep.
To dig deeper into bull shark hunting habits, Nico has also tracked one of their favourite prey, giant trevally.
And the interesting thing is that at a specific reef, when we get the first detections, usually around October time, of the prey fish, because they all aggregate to spawn, bull sharks that were a month ago, 1,000 kilometres to the south, they ping in on the exact same day as the first prey fish that we've tagged as well. So the sharks know exactly when to rock up at that particular reef on the day that the prey arrives.
That's awesome. So they're using like all their amazing sensorial abilities to bring together the information to make strategic choices in terms of where they're going and why.
Yeah.
So perhaps they're more than opportunistic killers. And that's not the only finding overturning our common understanding of bull sharks. Genetic samples have revealed possible family dynamics between an adult brother and sister.
When we looked at the tracking data afterwards, both of them were migrating thousands of kilometres, but we caught them within 2 weeks of each other in the same area, which it may have been a coincidence, but it's interesting that they're full siblings, and thinking about the whole East Coast and how many bull sharks there are to actually catch full siblings is rather interesting.
I mean, that sort of brings out a potential different side of a bull shark, right? Because bull sharks have this sort of reputation as being bullish, literally, like being, you know, punching through the water and taking prey and being vicious. But this says that they could be like elements of familial relationships that occur in a social way.
Yeah, yeah. It might be that they're sort of honing in on each other as siblings because it's a familiar individual. You were literally born with it at the same time, right? But unfortunately, it's just a bit of a theory.
Another one of the mysteries.
That's it.
Yeah, oh, got it. No, I got it.
That's all right. Do you want to take a genetic sample? And that way we can try and figure out if she is related to any of the babies in the river system that we sampled before.
Gonna do a snippy?
Yeah, just hold on to it.
Hold it.
And then cut it down. That, perfect. That's it.
Oh God, it's
that's it. Beautiful.
The shark is showing signs of getting tired.
The external tag number is 1982.
My arm is under the boat.
So the team must work quickly to finish up.
External tag. Pull it tight. You guys do the measurements, I'll do the head.
Push the fin down. Yep, there. 2 meters, 53. 253.
That is big. 13 centimetres longer than the average female.
When you ready?
I'm ready. Say
All
3, 2, 1, please.
3, 2, 1. Yes.
Very good.
Nice.
With our adrenaline subsiding, I'm curious about how this team feels. What was that like for you guys, in particular, like who haven't done this as much like me? What was that like?
Well, I feel like it's hard to predict the movements of the sharks. I mean, these two have done so many sharks now that they can kind of read the behaviour. I was just scared I was going to get a tail to the face the whole time.
Yeah, she did look like she was going to flip a flap at you.
Yes, yes.
I think every single time we get a shark, you know, your heart just kind of starts to race. It's like, wow,
yeah,
this is amazing.
I think seeing them that close as well, you just get a new perspective on them because you think of like a shark, normally it's like this, the perception is like this big menacing man-eating thing, but to see them that close and you see they're actually, you know, like you said earlier, they are vulnerable.
I've learned to see bull sharks in a whole new light. What a privilege it's been to experience their life journey from vulnerable river babies to huge monster mamas in just 1 week. I think the thing with these big adaptable animals is that we underestimate how complicated their lives actually are. Okay, of course, they're called bull sharks, right? So they are really big and they are really robust. Their lives have more nuance than their name gives away. And sure, we may never be the best of mates, but I think that they deserve a relationship with more respect and less hyperbole. And the only way we are going to achieve that is by truly understanding the secret lives of sharks.
She's huge.
She is huge.
Next time, it's sea snakes.